Following the destruction caused by Tropical Storm Washi, the government of the Philippines has appealed for international aid. One of the first organizations to respond was Tzu with volunteers from Manila, Cebu and Zamboanga carrying out a disaster assessment in the affected areas on the island of Mindanao and the Cagayan de Oro city. The Tzu's chapter house in the Philippines also sent supplies of blankets, pots and clothing to the area, which will soon be distributed to the needy. With such a scene of devastation in front of their eyes, the face of each volunteer is grim. Volunteers from Manila, Cebu and Zamboanga arrived in Cagayan de Oro City to carry out a disaster assessment on December 20th. What they saw was a scene of chaos.
I heard that when the waters first came, the victims were not taken out to sea. However, around 2 or 3 in the morning, with the rising tide, the flooding came again, as many corpses were washed out. What people need the most right now are blankets and clothing, as well as fresh water.
In addition to the disaster assessment teams, the Tzu Philippines chapter, in cooperation with Philippines Airlines, has sent 1,000 blankets, pots and clothing to the disaster area. Volunteers estimate that the materials will arrive on December 21st to be distributed.
Our volunteers are there already to assess the extent of damage. We hope that the supplies will get there soon, so disaster victims have fresh clothes to wear and blankets for the night.
The Social Welfare Department has initiated a relief work program to help get the disaster-torn communities back to normal. This program was used by Tzu in the wake of Typhoon Katsana to much success.
The head of the Social Welfare Department announced that to clean up this area, they are implementing a relief work program with a daily salary of at least 400 pesos. 2 years ago, Tzu in Marikina started this program. The master told us to give each participant 400 pesos for a day's work. Because the head of the Social Welfare Department has worked a lot with Tzu and remembered how successful our program was in Marikina, the government is going to use the same model this time around. It is recognition of Tzu's work.
The island of Mindanao rarely gets hit with tropical storms, and so residents and authorities were caught completely unprepared by the storm, which caused widespread devastation. Determined to help storm victims, Tzu is just beginning its assistance to the disaster-torn area.